When my baby started to crawl, there was all sorts of new trouble that he could get into, so getting need-to-know information about health and safety was really helpful. I learned things like how to keep a baby this age healthy and how to prevent accidents both inside the home and out in the world. My baby started crawling later than my friend's baby did, so I was worried. But my doctor said that this was normal and to just give him time and space to practice. That's why well-baby doctor visits are so important. It's a chance to check your baby's growth, get the shots he needs, and your questions answered. It's okay to visit another doctor to get a second opinion if you aren't getting the answers you need. You know your baby better than anyone, so do what's best for him.
And that he's staying right around the 50th percentile for his length, so he's growing perfectly.
Okay.
Plant a seed. Start cleaning your baby's teeth now to prevent cavities later. Clean her teeth and gums gently at least once a day with a damp cloth or a baby toothbrush. Use water or a small amount of baby toothpaste. You are teaching her that healthy teeth are important to lifelong health. I quit smoking when I got pregnant and made sure others didn't smoke near my baby. Then I learned about third-hand smoke. After a cigarette is smoked, it leaves behind a cancer-causing residue on carpets, furniture, in cars, and wherever people smoke. This nasty stuff is toxic to everyone, but even worse for babies since they crawl on the floors where the residue collects. Third-hand smoke is really hard to get rid of, so make sure that your home, childcare, and car are smoke-free zones. Here's a tip. Leave a jacket or robe outside for smokers to wear over their clothes. After they are done, they can leave it outside. This reduces the toxic residue they bring back into your home. Try it. I'm not a germaphobe or anything, but I was surprised to find out how quickly germs and viruses can spread. The best way to prevent spreading germs is to wash your hands throughout the day, especially when you get home, after diaper changes, and before you cook. Wash your baby's hands before meals too. With her crawling and touching so many things, it's an easy way to keep her healthy.
You don't want to eat the ickies from the floor when you were crawling.
Did you know that the sun gives us vitamin D, which is good for growing babies? But it's easy for them to get sunburned. Use sunscreen made just for baby's sensitive skin and reapply every 2 hours. Sunglasses and a hat can protect your baby's skin and eyes too, if you can keep them on her.
Oh.
Between naps and nighttime, babies need about 14 hours of sleep at this age. So let your baby sleep during the day if she's tired. It's a good time for you to catch up on rest and have some alone time too.
I'm Kayla and I know. So everyone kept saying not to let my baby take a nap because she wouldn't sleep well at night. But with a nap during the day, she's a lot less fussy in the evenings and she sleeps fine at night.
By the way, make sure your crib is safe. It should be free of any bumpers, blankets, and all other loose items. Also, the mattress should be tight-fitting and the slats should be close enough so that a soda can won't fit through. Finally, make sure it's not one with a side that drops down. My crawling baby was curious about everything, but he didn't know what was dangerous and what was safe. So I had to baby-proof my house and keep my eyes on him all the time. Accidents can happen very quickly. Let's face it, falls and bruises are common for crawling babies, but you can prevent serious accidents. Place gates in front of all stairs in your house. Use newer gates that have smaller openings so your baby's head or hands don't get caught. Never use baby walkers since they have wheels and could easily fall over if your baby's inside of it. Remember to cover sharp corners on furniture so your baby doesn't injure his head. And don't leave your baby alone on high furniture, such as a sofa, chair, or bed. Here's a tip. Find a child-proofing checklist online. You'll learn about the many things you can do to protect your exploring baby. Using a checklist can really help. Try it. It's scary to think about, but did you know that babies can drown in just 1 inch of water? Never leave your baby alone in or around water. If you must leave to answer the door or get your phone, take him with you. And keep your water heater at a warm setting, which is usually around 120 degrees Fahrenheit. Any hotter than that could burn your baby. Speaking of burns, keep hot things and their cords out of baby's reach, including curling irons, heaters, and cooking appliances. And cover electrical outlets with plastic protectors to keep your baby from getting an electrical shock. Also, get in the habit of turning pot handles in while you cook. As your baby gets older, she will be able to reach new heights. If your baby can't breathe, he can suffocate quickly.
Oh no, baby, come and give me that.
So don't let your baby play with plastic bags, which can block her airway. Also, keep suitcases and freezers locked so he can't crawl in and suffocate. Never leave a baby in a car, even with the windows rolled down and even just for a few minutes. Deadly heat can build up quickly in a parked car. My baby put everything in his mouth, so I had to watch him constantly. Small toys, popped balloons, and round, hard objects like a button battery are easy to choke on. If it fits in a toilet paper roll, your baby can choke on it. It's also important to look for cords that can wrap around your baby's neck and strangle her. Tie up strings on window coverings and cut strings on toys and clothing. Use bibs that close with Velcro instead of strings. And always stay close to your baby when she's eating. Here's a tip. Get down to your baby's level so that you can see safety hazards that you can't when you're standing. You'll be surprised by what you find. Try it.
Not too long ago, I found Mac on the floor, and he found some pennies. And he tried to stick it in his mouth. The first thing I did, I rushed over to him. I grabbed the pennies from him. I checked his mouth, make sure nothing else was in there. And every now and then, me and my wife will go through the apartment and make sure nothing's on the ground for him to choke on.
This might seem obvious, but put poisonous items up and out of reach or behind safety locks. This includes medicines, cleaners, some houseplants, and harmful items that look or taste like juice or candy, like e-cigarette cartridges and detergent pods. Program the poison control number into your phone, just in case you need it.
I'm Alicia, and I know. I noticed some paint chipping around our door. My husband said not to worry, but my nurse told me if the paint was before 1978, it could have lead in it and poison our daughter. I told my husband what the nurse said, so we cleaned it up and repainted it. I feel so much better about my home now.
My son loved to visit new places, but sometimes they were dangerous for a crawling baby, so I had to keep an extra eye on him. Because accidents happen so quickly, it's important to be aware of what your baby is doing. So when you are out and about, put away your phone and focus on your baby. You can't be too careful.
It's blowing everywhere.
Now that your baby is able to get around, make sure your childcare is safe for him to play and explore in. Look for safety issues, and if you see something that doesn't look right, ask about it. Plant a seed. Did you know that more than 600 children die in car crashes every year in the US? From now until at least the age of 2, always put your child in a rear-facing car seat in the back seat, the safest place for them in case of a crash. Learn the latest on car seat safety at seatcheck.org, so your child is as safe as possible now and as she gets older. With a baby who's learning to move around, health and safety are most important. Keep her healthy by taking care of her new teeth and keeping third-hand smoke out of your home and car. Protect her by child-proofing your home, keeping a careful eye on her, using a car seat at all times, and making sure your childcare is safe for moving babies. Your child will be able to watch out for their own health and safety someday, but until then, they are counting on you.